Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Gunrunners is a small little box game of trying to get more crates than the other person. It says we're international agents pursuing the Merchant of Death, the infamous international arms dealer, as he delivers illegal arms to rebels and drug cartels. Got none of that in this game. That's not to say I didn't like it. I actually enjoyed this game. It may be a tad longer than it should be or need to be, but in all fairness, it's easy to forget how many busts there are, and you'll see that in the flow of the game. You have to keep track of the bust. It's easy to forget, oh, I forgot to do one, and you have to do the little tracker. So in all fairness, that could have been my fault, that we maybe missed one each game or something. That's totally possible, although I don't think that we did. It's possible. It's a little fun little game of... You don't always have all the information, but you have a lot of it. You have some of it. You don't have others. And what would somebody do in this circumstance? This is actually a fun little game. It's designed by a guy named Steve Finn. I'm not really familiar with him or any of his other games. But I think he actually got a pretty fun little game here. Is it something I'm going to want to play over and over and over again? Man, there are so many good games. And what does the box say here? About 30 to 45 minutes? That's fair enough. I think at 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, you will like this game more. Which that's easy just to play less bust or something. So, there's not a lot of control to manipulate, especially the more players. I mean, you're going to have one card going on every 3-4 people. But I think for as light as it is and the amount of time that it takes, that you'll enjoy this game. If you haven't tried it out, I recommend trying this game out. And what I did like about it was that every once in a while, it didn't happen a whole lot, but when you do the powers, you can switch the cubes on the locations, and you have a little bit of control over that. And you can play each of your cards once. Everybody has the same amount of cards, and they'll be drawing them up. They're going to come up in different orders. But you might want to save something for a better time, but don't wait too long. There's only 7 busts in the game. So, had a little push and pull from that, which I liked quite a bit. The theme doesn't really come through to me. I like the artwork. The cubes are cubes. I mean, they are what they are. The locations being across the world were just names. It didn't really matter very much. Some of the warehouse rules were a little iffy. But other than that, it's a fine game and a fine design that I'm going to go ahead and keep around. Mainly due to how short the game is. That's what I'm going to like the most about it. Here's Gunrunners. It's fairly portable, a little bit bigger than my hand, but you could definitely drop this in a suitcase if you wanted to, or taking it to a game night. It's not going to be a huge problem. What you're going to get inside is a rule book. It's really easy to read. A few pages long. You're going to get a turn sequence player aid, and this is great because it's fairly good quality, and you can pass this around. Here's all the Kickstarters. Okay, great. You're going to get one 6-sided dice. They'll be used each turn. You're going to get a number of nude wooden cubes. These are 5s, and there's some 1s inside. Good quality, and you're going to get a number of cards. Now, this is where the artwork really comes alive. I really like the artwork in this game. It's really kind of spy. It's kind of cool. Here is the cards you'll be, the areas, I guess, location you'll be fighting over. The turn track. There's only 7 busts. Here's a little warehouse where you can put people on. You're going to get a number of locations. It doesn't matter what country they are. The theme doesn't really come alive too much. And each card is going to have a number on the top that's important, and some of these will have powers at the bottom. The artwork is just really cool. You get a number of these for each color. then the backs of them have different colors on them to signify what they're going to be. And these are really good cards. I like these. These are very nice, very high quality. Very happy with these. And each of the little spy gangs look a little bit different in their coloring more than anything. And you're going to have enough to play 4 players here. So, shuffles very well. So, happy with that. The rules for Gunrunner are really simple. There's not a lot going on. This little player aid pretty much tells you everything you need to know. The harder part is probably the rules about the warehouse, but I mean they're super simple. They're not very difficult. The rule book is perhaps a little wordier than it needs to be, but I'm telling you, this is a simple game to play. I don't think that would play this 2-player. There's some 2-player rules that are left in here. I think I'm gonna stick with this game with 3 or 4 players. Game set up like this just for the ease of you guys being able to see it. Maybe I'll get rid of this when I put this here. And what this is going to be a tracker. So there's going to be up to 7 busts in the game. So this is just going to track the end of the game. And what you do is you just take one of these wooden cubes. You just kind of start on the game start. And every time there's a bust, and I'll show you what a bust is, you'll move that up. And normally there'll probably be more areas here, but I'm just going to show you how it works. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll the die. If it's a 6, you're going to put in the warehouse. If the warehouse ever fills up, then it would come out. On your turn, you're going to have a number of cards in your hand. Oh, when the game starts, sorry. Let's just do a 2-player here. Everybody's going to start out by putting one of their 1s that's not a director face down. So the game will start with some cards on the board. And you'll know these are just the generic ones. So on your turn, you have a number of cards, and you're going to play one. So you can really do one of 2 things. First thing you do is you add to the board, and then you can either deploy a card. So say I want to get this, and these have a couple of these on it, let's say. And so I'm going to deploy a card. I take this card that was there, flip it over, and up. Okay? And then I draw it back up. That's one thing I can do. Another thing that I could do is I could put a secret agent down. Now, if you put a secret agent down, you'll never get to use the power. So maybe I want to do this, where I'll put it down. You can only have 1 secret agent out on the board at a time. And that's a way to bypass this card and go ahead and place it down. And then, let's say, I want to do this. This would get flipped over. If there's a power on it, it would be used. So I'm not rolling the dice. So this would go here. And then let's say that's a 1. That gets put here, and then all of these would come with it. And these are just 5, so they're a little bigger. I wish these were different colors, because it's really hard across the table to see which is which, but so be it. And basically this is going to continue until you get 4. So when something pops up and it's coming over like that with the power, you would then do the power. Circular look at all probationary agents and place them in the locations of your choice. So this would allow me to kind of look at these. Okay, I want to set this up like that, because that might help me out. And then you flip them over. 5 and 7, whoever has the most, which is red, will get half rounded up of the cubes that are on there. And then I will get the half rounded up of the ones that are left. Now that may leave some cubes out there, but that's how the game goes. That's 1 bust, and you continue on. Now, what's really important is that there's 2 things you can do. You can place a card here and flip it up, and you kind of want to do that with the words one. So if this one had been flipped up, move 2 crates from a location to location. Once these cards are used, they're actually out of the game. So you want to be careful about winning a bust, but not winning by too much, because you could waste one of your good cards and not have it for later, and that can be really important. When these come out, you know, it's kind of random how they come out, because you're just rolling the die. But the warehouse can pull something up, and that's going to change the values of the different areas. So it's a very easy game to play. As you can see, not very difficult. Your decisions are limited, but they're important, and a lot of information is hidden in the game. Who should buy this game? I mean, anyone looking for a little simple, light game. You can play this game with nearly anyone. I mean,
The cards are pretty simple. If you wanted to play without the little paragraphs and the extra bonus rules, and you wanted to play with somebody, you know, and dumb it down quite a bit, say for children, you could definitely do that, and then add in the little special powers. I mean, there's not a lot of them. They're very simple. Change 2 cubes from one location to another. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not complicated at all. This might be a little game you might want to travel with. If you're going on a cruise or going to be in a hotel with your spouse and you want to play some games after the kids go to bed. You know, this might be it. This could be a little fun game. Or a family game. It could definitely fit that role. It's not highly strategic. It's not going to be centering a night around Gunrunners, but if you're theming a night out, this would be a really cool way to start the night out or end it on. So, Gunrunners, I'm going to recommend this. Keeper.